Hi guys, it is Friday. How many of you are excited about today? So today's topic is placement, and I think this is probably the one that most of you have been anticipating because, it gets kind of confusing. So I'm going to try to do my absolute best to help explain this to you in a way that you get it and that you can really maximize your volume, which is what we've been talking about all week, and you can start blowing up your paychecks based on where you place people, because that is absolutely key. Growing that volume is huge, but placing people is it. So I have absolutely no notes, which is kind of freaking me out, but I did make some fun pictures. So when we're talking about placement, the one thing that I want you to remember, and this is going to be for 90% of the time, okay? Always stay on the outside. Always place people on the very outside leg, always. Because if you place someone on an inside leg, you royally screw them, okay? Royally. But I'm going to tell you, if you've done that without knowing, because I did it, I placed people on a very bad spot, it's okay. I'm going to show you how you can totally fix it and make it work for you. So what does that mean? Here's my first drawing. Believe it or not, I kind of have some artistic ability. You just can't see it. Okay, so this pink dot right here, that is your sponsor. So I'm going to give you several different scenarios. This is going to be the best one, okay? So the very best possible scenario is here's your sponsor, and then here's their sponsor, and then here's their sponsor. And anytime they place people on their left, then you are going to see it in your organization, okay? It's going to come right down here. This is called an engine leg. So if you see people showing up in your organization and you're like, I didn't sign that, get excited, because that means either somebody that you've signed is working the business or somebody from up above you. I'll show you how you can find out, okay? And if you're just not quite sure, ask your Star Diamond coach to find out where you are, or one of your leaders in this business where you're in their organization. They'll be able to tell you where you are, okay? And that'll kind of give you an idea, but you're not allowed to get pissed about it. So that's what we call an engine leg. An engine leg means that you don't have to work really hard for that, okay? And for people all the way up above. So that would be your strong side, all right? So in this particular drawing, the left side will be the strong side typically, not always, but usually. That means the right would be your weak leg, okay? So the moral of the story, always stay to your outside legs 90% of the time. Inside is bad. Now, same scenario, okay? Or maybe your sponsor is not in a great spot, but they're a strong recruiter. Like my sponsor, Melissa McAllister, she's in the worst spot possible, which kind of put me in a really, really bad spot. But she's one of the top recruiters in the company. And so I benefit off that. So that's why my strong leg is so flipping strong, because of her and what she did in the very beginning and what her people are now doing to this day, okay? So same scenario, but I just put you on a different side. Okay. Oh, wait. No. Got it. Oh, yeah. Okay. So same scenario. So you have a sponsor that's actually actively recruiting their business, and you are seeing their coaches being placed in your organization, which means that contributes to your volume. Get excited about that, because that's freaking awesome. And you need to make sure you tell your sponsor thank you, all right? So over here, now this time, you are on the right side. Okay, so here's your sponsor. Here's you in green, because you are all about the money this week, right? So these are, I numbered these coaches, okay, in the order that I feel like will maximize your volume the most. Now, again, this isn't an exact science because you don't know what the people are going to do that's been placed in your organization. They might just be discount, and that's okay. If you get some runners, that's when your organization blows up, okay? And it only takes just a few. So every time someone places someone on, or your sponsor places someone on the right side, it's just going to go down the line. So this is what happens. It looks like this, straight line. And so anytime someone is signed on the right side, it just falls, and you put it on outside leg, it falls in the spot. Okay, it just kind of goes like this. So it ends up being a big Christmas tree with you at the star. You are the star, all right? So that means, once again, if you're seeing coaches from your sponsor, then that is going to be more of your engine leg, all right? So what happens if you have not signed your spouse? Well, then you need to make sure that you go ahead, or if you don't, maybe you're not emerald yet, or maybe you are emerald, but you haven't signed your spouse yet, and you have a strong leg. The goal is to get them on your weak leg, not inside, weak leg. Okay, so here's your strong side. And so now, see this line right here? See this line right here? That is going to be your weak leg. So I made your spouse or your partner and it made it an orange heart. Okay? So if this is what you want to teach your coaches. The number one coach, the very first coach that they should sign, needs to be their spouse. And it needs to go on their weak side. I'm going to address the fact that what if you don't have one? I'm getting to that. But right now, this is scenario number one. Okay? That's your number one coach. Your number two coach goes on the other side. Whichever side it is, right or left, it does not have to be this way. But you know that you need to kind of take a look, and I'm going to show you exactly where to look. So 1 and then 2. That gets you to emerald. So then you can start maximizing your team cycle. Okay? You can start qualifying for that. So this side is probably getting built by your sponsor, and that the people that your sponsor is recruiting, and that kind of stuff. That's why I say that typically will be a stronger leg, because more people are adding to it. This side over here, this is you. This is your business to build. So number 1, weak leg. Number 2, coach, strong leg. Then coach number 3, 4, and 5, your next 3 coaches goes on the outside of your weak leg, okay? The outside of your weak leg. Why? Why? Because what you're doing, as this person right here is adding people, and her people are adding people, and then his people are adding people, that's getting built. So you are going to try to maximize your team cycle bonus by building the other side. Does that make sense? If it doesn't, please ask me on the Zoom. Then, so what happens when you get to past coach number 5? Well, then you've got your 4 on one side, so then you need 4 on the other, because you want to go from emerald to diamond as quick as you can. So then you can really start building that big paycheck instead of just working on $250. Okay, that's why you go to diamond. That's why. So you have that income potential, because you never know when one person, it's going to click and they're going to blow up an organization. It takes one. That's it. Okay? That's why you get to diamond, because you never know. So then, coaches number 6, 7, and 8 that you're signing, go right here on the outside strong leg. 6, 7, and 8. So that way, these people that you're signing are benefiting from all of the people that your sponsor is placing in your organization too. So they're not getting screwed. They're kind of helping them out there, okay? You're saying, look, you're getting coaches added to your organization. Now all you have to do is begin to build this other side, and then we'll start flip-flopping, and your paycheck grows a lot faster. You get it? So coaches 1, then 2, okay? Then 3, 4 and 5 to get 4 on one side. And then coaches number 6, 7, and 8 go back on the other side to get you your 4. So then what happens? You're like, okay, well, I need 2 emeralds. Well, you're in control, remember? You're in control of your spouse's business. So coaches 9 and 10 go under your spouse. You've signed them under your spouse. So they receive 2 coaches to go to emerald. There's one of your emeralds. You train your other coaches to do the exact same thing. It's called duplication. Do exactly what I do. I do it, you do it. They do it, they do it. That's how it works. Once you get to diamond, then you need to kind of take a look at your volume and figure out, you know, kind of where you are. Now, one thing that I've always done, or I've actually taught my coaches to do that have a spouse that they've signed, it's a 2-to-1 ratio. So you assign 2 coaches for yourself to keep your business building and to keep you a strong diamond so you don't lose rank and you don't lose money. Remember my coach that lost $1,000 in a week because they dropped from diamond to emerald? Sucks. And it was at Christmas time, so it was even worse. So the next thing you do, 2 coaches for you, then you sign 1 coach under your husband. Your goal after you get to diamond is to get your husband or wife, spouse to diamond. There's 1. And then you help another coach on the other side get to 2. And at that point, you get to open 3rd business center. 2-star diamond. Anytime you hit 2-star diamond in any of your business centers, you get to open up another. And that's another paycheck contributing to you. Okay? So what I just did here was got this myself to diamond. Okay? Then started building my spouses, my husband, to diamonds. So now I'm getting a paycheck. He's getting a paycheck. And his paycheck is contributing to my paycheck. So it's double dipping. Okay? Now, one thing I always do as well. So I always set a Success Club goal of, it's always been 5, but now it's 10. Because once I got to, I'm not, like I said, I don't care about blowing Success Club points out of the water. That was not my thing. It can be your thing, and that's not bad. But mine was, get me to 5, and then I'm going to try to get my husband to 5. Because then I would start funneling volume into his business so that once again, so I get the commission that he gets paid from the challenge packs, and then I also get the volume from that challenge pack in my first business center. So I get kind of a double whammy there, which is awesome. Okay? Hopefully that makes sense. So what if you're in like a crappy spot? What if you got stuck on an inside leg because none of us knew what we were doing? Because it happens. And let me just tell you something right now. I'm on an inside leg. My coach, Melissa, was on an inside. Like I told you, she didn't get anything. I want to say 8 out of the 10 of us are on an inside leg. So that means that everybody's had to build their business. Not very many people that are training you in this business have had help. Okay, I had help from my coach. She was awesome. She's a freaking rock star recruiter, and she recruits really strong people who will blow up a business. And so that, I mean, I got blessed. Natalie Tuman is mine. So I haven't helped her in the past, but I'm helping her now. And I'm going to show you what happens and how to overcome if you're in a bad spot. So once again, your sponsoring coach is in pink. I put them in pink because you know what? They gave you this opportunity, and they gave you a chance to freaking rock your life. So we're showing them some love. So here's your sponsor, okay? They have a right side and a left side. Right side, left side. Sorry, let me write that down so I can see it. Right side, left side. Okay, but so maybe they put you on their right side, but they didn't specify where you were supposed to be placed. They didn't specify to put you on the outside. Maybe they didn't know, okay? So even though you're on the right side or the left side, you got stuck in here. So what does the inside leg mean? The inside leg means you receive nothing from up above. You don't see anybody adding to your organization other than the coaches that you sign and then the coaches that you've signed, and so forth. So in other words, you're building your organization. Let me give you some good examples who's done that. Lindsay Matway, her coach is an Emerald. She's in the worst possible spot. Melissa McAllister, bad spot. Tommy Migrant, worst possible spot. Jimmy Hayes Nelson, worst possible spot. So you get the idea? It doesn't matter. It's all about you. I promise that's the last time I'm going to say that. And I get a little worked up over it. Sorry. Okay, so here's their right side. It goes like this. Sorry. It goes, and I put a little unhappy face because you're not getting any of that help. Why? Because here you are on an inside leg. Here's their other side. Boo. Okay? No help from up above. So basically what happens, this is all you. Unless your sponsor decides to place someone in your organization, and I'm going to show you actually how to do that. So here's you. So there isn't a strong side or weak side, right? You're kind of just stranded there. You're stuck out in the middle of nowhere and there's nothing around you. So guess what you do? You choose a side for your spouse. You get to choose a side, right or left. It doesn't matter, okay? Then you're going to go in and switch your placement and you're going to sign another coach on the other side. Once again, there is no strong side, weak side. So you're just going to have to build until you start to develop one. And at that point, then that's where placement really comes into play. So there's your spouse, okay? Right here. Chose a side. So there. So here, okay. So in a case like this, like if you're not getting anything, honestly, I would just alternate sides, right and left. I would just alternate until you see, until you get 4 and 4. Or unless you see someone kind of take off, maybe someone is really great at sales, so they add some volume. Well, then keep it on one side until you get that 4. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. So then 4 and 4. Then what do? Obviously, you make your spouse an Emerald. So you place a coach. Look, you place it on the outside. So his Emerald is benefiting off of all the people that you've signed. Okay. And then here's the other coach on his other side. Now what happens? So because you've trained your team, you've had good onboarding, you have systems in place from this training, you've got it going on, you have a plan. These guys are going to hopefully start building business and creating volume. And at that point, if that's what happens, then you set your placement to go on your spouse's weak leg. Once again, it drives volume to his as well as yours. And this is, guys, where it gets a little confusing. So let me just show you what I'm talking about. I'm going to screen share my back office for you. Please tell me I've got my back office up. Oh, I think I've lost it today. It's Friday. I need a glass of wine already. Okay. Okay, so where do you find this information? How do you know where to go? Oh, your happening stuff happens in my business. It's right in the middle of all of your drop-down menus. The very first thing is called My Preferred Placement. It is very important for you to not only take care of this every single time and teach your team how to do it. So most of the time, when you first sign up, it's going to say automatic. It's going to be right here, automatic placement, okay? And it's going to say probably either left, right, or first available or something. I don't even know what it says anymore. Here's the deal. You never want to choose weak outside leg, ever. Ever, ever, ever. You never want to choose first available, And you never want to choose weak leg first available. Because what happens with these first availables, that's where someone gets screwed and gets stuck on the inside. Because that's what happens. It kind of goes like this. It goes boom, and then boom, and then like this, okay? So those first availables are right in the middle of all the branches in the Christmas tree where you can't find your ornament that you're looking for, all right? So that, stay away from that. You choose left or right, always. Now, this placement ID is, that typically has your ID in there. Now, you could put somebody's ID if you wanted to. I'll show you that in just a second, but I wanted to show you preferred placement. Make sure you save it, okay? Now, the next thing where you also can place people, you go to graphical genealogy. Now, for me, this is, I have over 4,000 coaches in my organization. So it would be very, very time consuming to show you exactly what to do. But I'm going to, real quick, I'm going to show you what to do and what maybe your business center looks like. So hang on. So graphical genealogy, it's under my downline. And it looks like this. Okay, I've showed you this screen before. And if you scroll down, you see all these arrows. Okay, so see this right here? This is an inside leg. This person, she was one of my very first coaches, and she got screwed bad. She's just a discount coach. She doesn't, I mean, she just stays active. That's it. But, you know, luckily, because that would suck. I mean, she's in a really great spot if she was over here. Here's my engine leg. So if you are, and look where my husband is, like I didn't know, guys, I didn't know to put it on the outside and just stay on the outside. So when I signed my husband up, he went to like first available or weak side first available. I don't know what he went to, but look at where he's at. So here's my left, here's my right, you know, all on the outside. And here he is stuck on an inside leg. Here's my best friend, Christy, stuck on an inside leg. So, you know, like, don't screw your people. If you haven't heard anything all week, don't screw your people. So what you do to find the bottom of your genealogy is you just keep clicking the arrows. Just keep clicking the outside arrow, and it's just going to go down, down, down. Not the inside arrow, the outside arrow, okay? So we could go on for a long, long time, so I'm not going to do that. So if you ever want to know where to find a coach in your organization, so for those of you, your Star Diamond, for those of you, and you kind of have a larger organization, all you got to do is go to the search box, okay, and type in whoever's name that you want to type in. So I typed in Heather Dixon because that's me, and I am going to show you my third business center, okay? So I'm going to click on that, then click search, and it's gonna bring you to my third business center. So there I am. I am now at the top of the organization. And so now you can see the bottom. Okay, so I am not going to place people here. I'm not going to do it on the inside. Stay away from that. I'm always going to go outside, just like this. So my next coach, let's just say, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 over here. Well, I need 4 on my right side to become a diamond, right? So all I'm going to do, see this little person right here? It's outlined. I'm going to click that, and it's going to say, this user has been selected for preferred placement. Would you like to save this change? Okay. So now it's highlighted in red. It's highlighted in red. Okay? So that's how you do it. So you just keep clicking the arrows all the way down until you see the person, and then right or left, decide where you want to place them. Now, let's talk about spouse real fast. So let me go back up to my husband. Okay, so there he is. So I've been building his strong side. I've been building his strong side because I have lots of really good friends over here that are in his organization. I also have some runners. Like I've got people in my organization. They're not necessarily my coaches, but they are coaches that are contributing a lot of volume. They're either big recruiters or they're big sellers or a combination of of the two. So I want to make sure that I help them out as well. Okay. So so here's my husband, and I've been building his side. Okay. Well, now I'm in the process of building him to diamonds. I need to get him to diamonds. Okay. And he's got like 2 coaches on the left side and 3 coaches on the right, or but maybe it's 2 and 3. So I need to add some coaches to the right side. Okay. So once again, when I add, I can go click this arrow, or I can put in his name. Okay. So preferred placement. So I can take his coach ID, just like that, copy and paste it, place it there, and then say either right or left. Okay? So I am signing a coach under me, or no. Maybe that's how I want to grow. Oh, see, it gets confusing. XNAT, I'm sorry. Everything I just said. But it does work. Okay, so I'm going to back up. What if you have a coach that you did not know and they got screwed? Okay? They are on a horrible part of the organization that receive nothing from you because you don't think about it, because you just go outside, right or left. They don't receive anything from up above you. They are just kind of orphan. Okay? Or maybe the coaches that you've signed, they're not strong recruiters. Let's say that, okay? So I'm going to use Natalie because you guys know who Natalie is. Natalie, tune in. She's not in a great spot. And Stephanie's coach, Natalie's coach Stephanie, she's just like me. Stephanie and I, we recruit, but we don't recruit a lot. We are not an overachiever in recruiting. Okay, so we recruit maybe 1 or 2 coaches a month, but that's about all we've done. So it's not bad. It's not good. It's something that we both need to improve on. So Natalie is an amazing recruiter. I think she's recruited 8, like in the last 4 weeks anyway. So she's awesome. So she's built this huge organization. Okay, let me show you where she's at. Natalie, I hope you don't mind me sharing you. Okay, so here, this is my coach, one of my dearest friends, Stephanie. She actually got in a great spot. She's in a strong leg. She benefits from that huge side that I get to do. Natalie was placed here. So Natalie has to, because again, Stephanie's not a strong recruiter, so Natalie has had to build a big organization. The organization she's built, she's done. Stephanie's also recruited some people in her organization that are great recruiters too. Shyla Strong is an awesome recruiter, and so she's built a really great organization as well, which has helped Natalie out. So again, it takes one person, 2 people to give you a lot of volume. So here's Natalie. So I love her. She's one of my dearest friends. I want to help her out. So this strong side, my left side, I don't really care about adding to that side anymore because most of these people, they're not mine. Okay? Stephanie's mine, Natalie's mine, and everybody else I've signed has gone on Stephanie's weak side because I want to help grow Stephanie's paycheck because she has this huge engine leg, so I'm trying to help her out, okay, by placing coaches on her side. I'm trying to help Natalie out by placing coaches in her organization since she sees nothing from me unless I'm very specific, okay? She sees nothing from Melissa. So I like to place her. So I placed a really strong recruiter in her organization, Megan Henderson. She's an amazing person. Like, she can sell challenge packs like nobody's business, and she can also recruit people because she's that kind of a person. People just flock to her. So I'm really excited that out of the 10 people I've placed over here, one is just killing it. So what I did was I reached out to Natalie and I said, hey, I'm going to place somebody in your organization. Where do you need her? I know that this person is going to be super strong. So let's think about this. So we looked at her organization together, and she said, okay, I need her. I'm going to put her here, and that way I can help. So Natalie, when she opens up her second business center, she placed it, or she actually did. She placed it under my coach Megan, who is helping her out, who is helping Stephanie out. So see how we're all helping each other out? So I went to Natalie's organization and I typed her in, and I placed her where I needed to place her by going to preferred placement. I'm actually going to do that right now because that's where my next coach is going. So get excited, Megan and Natalie and everybody else. Uh-oh. Dadgummit. Sorry, guys. I'm a hot mess today. Okay, so here's Megan. So I'm going to kind of go up because I want to see where she's going. So Megan is starting to build her left side, like her weak side, okay? So my next coach, because Megan is one of my diamond coaches, and like I said, she is a freaking rock star. So I want to help her as much as I can. Because I'm helping her, I'm also helping Natalie, who is a freaking rock star. I'm also helping Stephanie, who is a freaking rock star. And so I'm helping all of these people, okay? So now Megan, all she has to do is work on her weak side. So I'm going to keep going down to the right. There's that arrow. I'm also helping Brandis, who is a rock star. I try to help as many people as I can, especially since I'm not that strong of a recruiter. Mary Byers, I see you. See what I mean when I keep clicking this arrow? Dang it. I'm helping Megan's husband. So there's another one. Nicole Hartman, you about to get some bones too. Gummit. Apparently you guys have been a little more busy than I thought you were. Wow, check this out. Okay, so I want to place my next coach right here. Right there, on the outside leg. Outside. And I saved it. There you go, make sure you save it. So now, by me placing a coach, even though they're on, that's not a good placement, I know that my next coach is going to be taken care of. I know that they're not getting screwed. Why? Because Nicole Hartman is a business builder. Megan Henderson is a business builder. Because Natalie Tuman is a business builder. Because Stephanie Roberts is a business builder. All these people are business builders. So I know that my coach is going to get help. And that's what you want to do. That's the only time you stray. Remember I said that 90% of the time you stay on the outside? Well, that is that percentage where you should leave that outside and help your coaches out. I hope that it was not as confusing as I think it was in my head. I'm going to do a Zoom today at 3 o'clock Central. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out and ask me, you guys. Thanks so much for your time. Have an amazing Friday.